All right, back to the welterweights. We've got Hayden Williams taking on Rhett.
This will be an interesting one. Both of them have a very strong grappling style, but also like to throw the punches. Saw a nice fight with Rhett Holly fighting Rick Ribeiro in his last fight. It was quite good. Backward and forward striking, and got a third-round knockout.
A little background is Hayden's been training for like 4 years and never had, this is his first fight.
Yeah.
Most people don't go into a fight after just watching YouTube, Mikey. That's
I knew I was going to get that today. I knew it.
What you can see, he's trying to lace his leg around the outside. Nice.
Good double leg, good step over taken. Once you take those legs out, they've just got to work on that head because you just can't get out otherwise.
And he's laced those legs to stop him from getting out, but he's but Rhett's doing a good job pushing his head down, trying to get his hips out in separation.
And Hayden's coach is Pastor Stolio. He's amazing on the ground.
And Hayden's looking pretty thick, so getting that extra pressure in really does make a difference, especially in these cage positions, because you just sit into the cage and that just makes it so much harder if you don't have that stocky muscle to get back. It can explode back to your feet.
Yeah, he is stuck. Look at his legs. Look at his torso.
Yeah. So all he's doing is trying to get out, and he's just stuck because Hayden's just putting all that pressure into his hip, and obviously if his feet are extended out from his hips, there's no way to get him underneath your butt to stand back up again.
Yeah, but he's got the mermaid wrap.
Yeah, the mermaid wrap. We'll keep calling it that tonight. I think that's the right term for it for now.
And he's good at just getting those little strikes. So these may not seem like much, but what there's going to do is deaden the outside of the thigh, and just the nuisance factor. Like as the time weighs on, Rhett may feel like he has to do something crazy to try and win back the round.
That's right.
And at this level, like because it's on the ground so long, do you think it's going to be stood up, or do you think you're going to let him just keep going on the ground and get technical?
No, because Rhett's got such a dominant position. To stand him up would be just a massive. It's Hayden on top. Hayden's got such a massive advantage being in that position. To stand him up, in my opinion, just unfair. But
that would be injustice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But it's a promotion, so you want to keep that action moving too. Though.
And what you see here is that Hayden's doing enough work. He's throwing in the punches to keep it there, and then locking, punch, lock, punch, lock. And he's doing a lot to the breadbasket as well. So eventually, that's going to wear out and knock out the endurance a bit.
Yeah, it interferes with his breathing, and I get it.
What I'd like to say, though, watch out, because Rhett is setting up a bit of a Kimura there as well. He basically has gone for the grip a few times.
Yep.
But
some pretty good banter coming from the crowd behind us.
I'll tell you, coming from America, Aussies have the best perspective. They really do. It's just so honest.
Very much so. So for those who missed it, they're looking for a Bali happy ending. I'll let you guys come to a live show to understand what that's about. But it's good to see that Hayden's jumped on top now. He's lost the leg lock, and from here we've got a half guard here from Rhett.
There's only 10 seconds left of this round, so Rhett, if this happens again, Rhett needs to get moving, because he lost that round. Didn't take any damage, but he definitely lost that round as a 10-9.
Yeah, the confidence has got to take a bit of a hit there, though, too.
Yep.
You know, you're on your back, and you've got your corner yelling at you, and you're not actually able to do anything about it. But the nerves are out now, so see how they come out in the second round.
Just on to one of our sponsors, Rams Home Loans at Redlands with Julie Lawrence. Rams has a comprehensive range of competitive and flexible home loans, so if you're buying your first home, refinancing, upgrading, or investing, they're sure to have a Rams home loan that's right for you. With Rams, you can borrow up to 95% of the property value. It's easy to buy the house of your dreams right now. Contact Julie Lawrence at Rams Home Loans Redlands to make your dream become a reality.
And just remember, we're on fight number 4. For anyone who doesn't know yet, jump on to Sportsflix, the ultimate international live sports and on-demand streaming service. MMA, bare knuckle boxing, all of it, it's here. And also home to the XFC. If you know people who haven't got the stream yet, tell them to get on it now, because we've got a whole stack load of fights.
So many more left. One thing I will note out of the corners just then is Hayden looks gassed and Rhett looks like he's just got out of bed and ready to roll.
Wow, so you think that adjustment is going to be in the second half, that Hayden's going to go down?
He has to make sure this doesn't happen if he gets put to the mat here.
Yeah, and he's expending more energy now, isn't he?
Yeah. Now he's fighting that tail. He's got that guillotine around his neck. But Hayden's got that pressure, and if your shoulder's into their chest, it's really, really hard to finish a guillotine. Although, he has got it tied here.
And his head's getting red.
Oh, we might have this.
Red's got to cut the angle a bit.
Yeah.
He's lost it.
Popped it out.
And he's stuck in half guard now.
So the advantage Rhett has from here is at least he's not stuck against the fence.
Yep.
So this is much more of a typical jiu-jitsu match than it is against the fence, right? And the Combat Labs superb jiu-jitsu may come in handy for him right here.
What you're going to see here is Rhett's going to be putting his underhook under here. He's going to try and get his hips out to try and get out there. And that's what his corner's calling out for as well.
I was just getting ready to see, what does Rhett have to do to get to his feet?
So basically the underhook that he's got there, and he's got his hips out on the underhook side so they can just clear some space and come up.
So he needs to face his belly towards us and punch that arm straight up so he can try to get up to his knees.
I hear you.
Almost like he's doing a backstroke.
Yeah.
Then roll to your side doing it.
Yep.
See, I don't need YouTube. I just got YouTube.
So Michael McDaniel's telling you there, if you want to jump in the cage, YouTube is all you need to do.
And I literally mean that.
See how he's on his side now?
Yes.
Now he's underneath him, so there's a bunch more options
Yep.
to use his jiu-jitsu, and that's why Hayden's staying so flat to stop him being able to hip away.
Hayden's top pressure is really heavy.
Really, really heavy. And he looks like he's starting to move to mount as well.
Yeah, he's trying to get that knee slice through. Oh, he's got it over.
Got it.
Let's see if he can recover it. He's in the full mount. See what kind of damage he might do when he pops up. Nope. Rhett's not giving him anything. He keeps hip escaping. Every time Hayden's just about to jump up, Rhett's there.
But this is what, if he keeps his head down, he holds position. If he postures, he can throw harder. So you've got to make that compromise. Do I come up and do some damage, or do I stay here and don't take the risk and control this position?
So Hayden's playing it safe right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Playing it safe wins fights a lot of the time, though, especially with your wrestling.
This might be an opportunity for Hayden to get that bit of a breath. He did start the second a bit tired, but he come out here, and he's obviously the game plan is very much, this is a Pasha Stolia game plan through and through.
But he just keeps it busy, though. He never stops.
That's correct. Yeah, so good to see. So what are we looking for here? Is Rhett's going to be trying to fight for that underhook again to see if he can get in there again. Rightio. Bit more there. So Hayden's going to start doing a bit more striking. Otherwise, the refs are going to stand him up. Thomas Churchill having a nice little look there. See, what's stopping Rhett from hopping up here is the underhook. He didn't have the underhook under there.
With the new scoring, would that be something close to a 10-8? Can you explain what a 10-8 and a 10-9 would be?
That's a 10-9 because there's no damage. Well, there's some damage. He's going to the body, but it's all position. So once you're stuck flat on your back, if that's how you spend 3 minutes, you're going to lose that round, right? And on the opposite, if you're flattening someone out and you're on top of them, you're going to take that round home with you. So I'd tell you that's 2-0 to Hayden right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're hungry. The canteen's open. Go get something to eat. Go get something to drink. Really good food. Check it out.
All right, and then in Hayden's corner, you've got Uncle Des and Pasha laying down the law. And once again, in Rhett's corner, you've got the Tyborg and Joel Schwebwazi.
And they'll know exactly what adjustments to make in this type of situation. They're born for that exact problem. I'm sure they've given him exactly what he needs to fix it coming out into this round.
Completely agree. It'll be interesting to see if Rhett does a quick little switch off the... There you go. I was wondering if he was going to do something different to make sure he didn't get the takedown happening.
Yeah, throwing a body kick is... I don't know if that's what you want to do if you're trying to avoid a takedown.
I mean, it was a good shot, and it came out sort of like a Jorge Masvidal kind of thing. But, you don't want to do that first thing in the third round.
But, I mean, he had to do something, and he's still on his feet. He's got that underhook, and if he pushes his left hip into him, he should be able to get off the cage with that. So he has to dig him. He has to pull him up with his left hand and push his left hip towards him to make some space.
Hayden's doing a good job. He's trying to lace that leg in behind. You see he's just getting that leg. There you go.
Yeah, he's got that really good squeeze too. You can see it. See his black back muscles from this angle, like it's just twice as wide as Rhett.
Yeah.
I reckon this is the blueprint for what we're going to see from upcoming fight Justin Van Heerden as well, due to the fact that they were training partners getting prepped for this camp.
Right.
I actually do a little bit of training at Arena. Yeah, Justin's always pressing that. He's no slouch himself.
In Rhett's last fight, he really enjoyed the stand-up striking, so this is something that's new for him, and it's an adaptation as a fighter. See how he handles it. He's pushing the head down really well.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. He needs to start implementing some strikes.
That's exactly, like, he's just taking it when he can, but when someone's stuck to you, I mean, those hammer fists, they're annoying, but unless you're as big as a Travis Brown character, they're not going to put you to sleep or anything.
No. What it can do is hitting the back of the ear, it can disorientate you a little bit and make you feel like you have to do something different, but it doesn't actually cause the impact.
Yeah.
Nice little underhook here. He's going to try and...
He should do two. So two hands. If he needs to pull his hands up to his head and posture right up to pull him off his leg. So see how he can grab his own hand? Now you have to turn aggressively. You can't do any wall work slow. It has to be short, sharp movements if you're trying to escape off the cage.
Just one big burst of energy. Yep, I get it.
But I mean, he's been working off the bottom for the last 2 rounds, so whether his gas tank's up to that, I couldn't tell you.
Hayden's going back to a single leg now instead of a double leg.
Oh, he's switching around on him.
On there, does it?
He's kind of got a Kimura, but the fence is in the way.
So this is Rhett's
Oh, he's got the mount.
Oh, he's in a great position for strikes here too. Is he in a posture here? Oh no, he's going for a submission, going for a guillotine against the cage.
That's an interesting move because he actually crucifixed the right arm and actually had it out there, but he hasn't pieced together the arms together yet. So I'm surprised with that.
Yeah, he has 25 seconds to finish it.
And he's gone the armbar.
For that armbar. Oh my goodness.
It's just, he's got 15 seconds.
And he's being stacked in the wrong way. He can't lift his hips properly.
All Hayden has to do is keep his pressure down.
And he probably has the W here.
Yeah, that's time.
But good on Rhett to turn that around.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Shows that he's got that fighting spirit in there. That Hayden top pressure was just a bit too much for the first 2 rounds, I think.
And that's the transition moving from a BJJ to an MMA fight.
Exactly,
All right, we got the winners. Fight number 4, amateur welterweight. In the blue corner, 29-28, Hayden Williams. All right, we have Hayden Williams as a winner. I'll tell you, people came up to me and they said, you have been training for 4 years, and this is the first fight you've had? Wow, give it up. Training for 4 years, and this is his first fight. Fantastic. You came out there, and you could just sell. You were just going to put him to the ground, keep him to the ground. Was that your whole game plan, or what were you thinking for the fight?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I don't know if I threw a punch standing, but it's a small cage. I knew I had to get into the fence and then just let the grappling do the work.
And you have a really good coach in Pasha Stoyer. I've worked with you a couple of times to see that you're really working hard. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for him, Hayden Williams, Southside MMA. All right.